Hello everyone, today in this video I am going to deal with the second chapter of Honeysuckle of class 6. The title of the chapter is How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. This story is about dog, that how they became a tamed animal from a wild animal. Earlier dogs were free, they were master of their own and they used to live their life as other wild animals. But with the course of time, things changed and from a wild animal, it became a tamed animal. So this story gives an account of that only, that how from a wild animal, it became a tamed animal. So let's move to the chapter and see how does it happen. Dogs were once their own master and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill-pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself, looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than him. Here it is being said that dogs, like other animals, like wolves, they used to be free. They were free. And they were living their life as other animals do. But what happened? One day a dog was born, and that dog, he was ill-pleased, he was not happy with his life. He was sick and tired. Sick and tired here it means that he was fed up. He was fed up of what? He was fed up of wandering. Wandering it means roaming here and there. And why they used to roam? They used to roam in search of food. So he was fed up of that, and at the same time other animals who were stronger than him used to frighten him. So these two things made him unhappy, and therefore let's see what then he decided to do. He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth, and he set out to find such a master. So now the dog, he was fed up of his life, and therefore he decided something, and he decided to become the servant. He decided to become a servant of those who is the strongest on this earth. So after thinking and thinking, after pondering a lot, he came to a conclusion that in order to get rid of all these problems, he should become the servant of one who is the strongest on this earth. He walked and he walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was strong and he was fierce. "Where are you going, dog?" the wolf asked. "I'm looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf?" "I don't see why not," the wolf said, and this agreed upon. The two of them went on together. So now the dog has made up his mind that he will become the servant of someone. Therefore now he is in search of someone who is stronger than him. So while he was on his search, he saw a big wolf. Here the word kinsman is being given. Kinsman it means a relative, but here it doesn't refer to be a relative. Here it means that the wolf and the dog, both of them belongs to the same group. Both of them belongs to a canine family. So the big wolf, he was quite strong, he was muscular, and he was violent, he was frightening. And that wolf asked him that where he is going. The dog replied that I am looking for someone, I am looking for a master, I want to be a servant, would you like to be my master? So he asked the wolf that would he like to be his master. The wolf, without any hesitation, he agreed and he replied, "Of course you can be my servant." And after that both of them went away from there. They walked and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. "What comes over you, master?" he said. "What has frightened you so? Can't you see there's a bear out there and he might eat up both of us, you and me?" So while both of them were walking together, suddenly Wolf lifted his nose. He sniffed. Sniffed here it means that he smelled something. And after that what he did? He suddenly, darted here it means suddenly, moved quickly. So suddenly he moved away from the path, he diverted his path and he went into the bushes. He went into the bushes. Why he went into those bushes? In order to save himself. It means he was frightened by the bear. So the dog, he was surprised to see this, and he asked him that why he was frightened, what he was afraid of. Then he told him that can't you see that there is a bear and he might kill both of us. Seeing that bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, "Let's go and find a herd of cows. I will kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill." So as soon as the dog learned that the wolf was afraid of bear, that is, the bear is more stronger, it's stronger than wolf, then very soon he decided to leave the service of wolf and he went to bear and he asked him to be his master. Bear, without any hesitation, without any question, he agreed. He agreed to be the master of dog. And after that he told him that let's look out for a herd of cow so that I will kill it and both of us can enjoy the flesh of cow. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows, but just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly and running in a panic in all directions. So very soon that bear and the dog, both of them found a herd of cows. And as they were about to approach that herd of cows, when they went near the herd of cows, what they heard? They heard a terrible noise, a terrifying noise. And as soon as they heard that terrible noise, they stopped there. And what they saw? They saw that the cows, they were mooing. Mooing refers to the sound of cow. So they were mooing and they were running in panic in all directions. So they were running here and there in order to save their life. The cows, they were frightened and they were running here and there in all directions. The bear looked out from behind a tree and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. "Now, why did I have to come here?" said he to the dog. "It is the lion who rules the forest in this part." "The lion? Who's he? Don't you know? He's the strongest beast on earth." "Well, then I will say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth." So now the bear, as you can see here in this picture, he is hiding behind the tree. And here you can see the herd of cows, they are running here and there. So hiding himself behind the tree, the bear saw. He tried to see that what was there, what had frightened the cows. So what he saw? He saw that there was a lion. And as soon as he saw the lion, he went even deeper into the forest. He went inside the forest to save himself. Again the dog, he was surprised to see this. He asked him that why he was frightened and why he was hiding himself. The bear informed him that there is a lion and he told him that the lion will kill us. And it informed him that this part of forest, this forest is being ruled by the lion. and he told him that lion is the strongest beast on the earth. Beast here refers to animal. So as soon as the dog learned that the lion is the strongest beast on the earth, he said goodbye to the bear, and he said that in that case I will not be in your service, because I want to be a servant of those who is the strongest on this earth. So he said goodbye to the bear and he left his service. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long time. It was good life. He had nothing to complain of. There was no stronger beast in the forest than lion, and no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. So finally, the dog chose lion as his master, and he served lion for a longer period of time, very long period of time. Until he was servant of lion, his life was very good. He was very happy. He had no complaint. Why he was very happy? Why he had no complaint? Because the lion was the king of the forest, and the lion is the strongest animal of the forest, and therefore, as he was the servant of lion, no one ever dared to touch him, no one ever dared to frighten him, and whatever lion used to hunt, he used to enjoy that food only. So therefore, he was having a good time, he was enjoying his life, there was no complaint left in his life. But one day, the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliff, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paws with such force that a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. So one day what happened? The lion and the dog, both of them were walking side by side. It means both of them were walking together. They were walking amid bare cliff. It means there was a path, and on the both side of that path there were mountain. So they were walking through that path. Suddenly what happened? The lion stopped and he started roaring. The lion became angry and he started roaring. And out of anger, what he did? He hit the ground so hard with his paws that there was a hole in the ground, that it formed a hole in the ground. It shows that the lion has seen something which has made him very angry, very violent. And from that point, what he did? He started returning back to the forest quietly, without saying anything to the dog. He returned from that point. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. You would better run for it or we will be in trouble. Oh well, then I will say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So while the lion was returning, the dog asked him that what has happened, why he was returning back into the forest. To that the lion replied that I smell a man approaching toward us. And he said him that it's better to get into a safe place, otherwise both of us will be in trouble. So the dog, he realized that the lion was not the strongest on this earth. So as soon as he realized that, he said goodbye to the lion and he said that then I will be the servant of dog, because I want to be the servant of one who is the strongest than anyone on this earth. So again he left the service of lion and he went to man. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. This happened long ago, but to this day the dog is the man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. So here it is being said that after leaving the service of lion, the dog went to the man And since that day, the dog continued to serve the man faithfully and as a loyal servant. And since that day till now, the dog is the servant of man. So, this is how the dog found himself the strongest master. So, we saw that first of all, the dog went to wolf. After that, he became the servant of bear. After that, he became servant of lion. And finally, he became the servant of man. So, this is all about this story. Thank you.